One was born in 1995, and this book was birthed in 2024. And then he said to me, Elisa, which was the most difficult birth? And I said, this by far. I loved being pregnant with my babies. I loved birthing them in a natural way at a midwife center both times. I loved nursing them for 4 years each, which is unheard of still to this day in Western civilization. But birthing this book was, in many ways, after I had made the expanded outline, extremely painful, because I had to look at myself and I had to decide, what is it that I'm going to put out there? And it kept coming back to me every time Robin would send the manuscript back to me, and she'd say, Elisa, simplify, simplify, simplify. And I'd get really angry. That was the other part of the process. Like, when the email came back to me and then I opened the file again, she didn't see me. I wasn't there with her. She's also like a writing coach. So I spent some hours, with her, for her to help me to frame things. And she was great at helping me to organize things. Although after I stopped working with her towards the end, I had really had it with the whole editing process, and I was so ready to publish the book. So I'll tell you another secret about the book. After page 299, actually before that, probably about after page 296 or so, I wasn't working with Robin. And I did have an expert indexer. That was the last part. So that was done by an indexer once I gave the indexer the references. And and the references were heavily edited by Balboa Press. But all of the prose and bullet points and acknowledgments that happen pretty much page 297 and on in the prose, my editor told me to just get rid of. She said, just end the book. Page 296. That she deleted. But of course, when she deletes something, I have the last word. And at that point, I was like, I was really ready, and I wanted some more information in the book. Yeah. And so when you look at the end pages of the book, you can smile a little bit when you see redundancies, when you see a phrase, which I just noticed.
Which is, part of the process. I think it's good for people to know that you don't have to be an expert in order to try something new. And I think part of it is the research academic in you that was just like, no, I'm going to have references because people deserve to be known for their work. And then there's part of it that is kind of like, I think there's just that part of that creativity that's always going to be a little bit of a rebel too. There's just going to be a little bit of, no, this is my book, I'll do it the way I want it, but thank you, I appreciate that the rest of it is digestible by people's world standards, whatever. But yeah, like, I think it is a beautiful combination, and I think it's worth it. To me, the legacy lineage is a huge thing, and I think it's been discarded in like our modern media and the way that we present things. So I actually appreciate it. I was like, oh wow, she has a lot of reference here, and I'm really excited by that. I'm like, well, if I need to know or to follow certain ideas through, like, she's giving me this beautiful catalog here of what to look into. So I appreciate it.
That's awesome, because I also appreciate that you have my book and you actually started reading it before this interview, because you're like one of the first people that has actually gotten my book before they interviewed me.